I'd like to make one or two points before handing the floor back to Norman Davies to finish off. They come from the end of the 18th century, from the time of the 4 Years' Parliament of 1788 to 1792. From a time when you would have expected that the task of fusing the Lithuanian and Polish political nations together into a single Polish political nation would have already been long accomplished. And yet the sources from the end of the 18th century reveal that if the people came from the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, they would frequently talk about themselves as members of the Polish nation and members of the Lithuanian nation, or belonging to the Lithuanian province of the Commonwealth, or belonging to the province of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, all in the same paragraph sometimes. There seems to be a tremendous degree of flexibility in terms of the use of language. And there is also a degree of emphasis on retaining the separate status of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania within the structures of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. So at the very end of its existence, a few years before it is partitioned out of existence, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania as a political entity is still alive. But at the same time, an extraordinary degree of fusion and overlap has gone on. And even in the very act of the so-called mutual guarantee or mutual assurance of the two nations, which added something to the constitution of the 3rd of May 1791, of the two nations, Polish and Lithuania, reinforcing the separate status of the Grand Duchy with its separate office holders. So we have a degree of fusion, but there is also a degree of uncertainty there, which leaves a very rich legacy for the political nation, Polish, Lithuanian, Polish and Lithuanian, with some sense too of Ruthenian heritage. Many in the debates at the 4 Years' Sejm will call themselves of Ruthenian heritage, that will be a source of cultural richness in the 19th century, and which will also provide so many tensions for those who destroyed the heritage of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania in the name of modern Polish and modern Lithuanian nation states at the beginning of the 20th century. So I'd now like to ask Norman Davies to say a few words to sum up the evening.